Welcome to Managing Cyber Risk, a VagaNext series. Cybersecurity is no longer a technical conversation. It is a leadership responsibility and a core component of enterprise risk management. In this series, VagaNext examines the threats, decisions, and controls that directly impact organizations today. We focus on practical risk reduction, executive accountability, and the strategic measures required to protect operations, reputation, and stakeholder trust. This series is designed for executives and decision-makers who recognize that managing cyber risk is essential to running a resilient business. Our story begins nearly 4 decades ago with an invention that was supposed to keep us safe forever.
1986, a company called RSA invented something revolutionary. A small device, the size of a key fob. It generated a 6-digit number every 30 seconds, the first multi-factor authentication. For decades, it worked perfectly. Hackers couldn't steal a number that changed every 30 seconds. The barrier was unbreakable. But then, everything changed. Smartphones became mainstream. MFA finally went mainstream too. Push notifications, one-time passwords, authenticator apps. Organizations started requiring it. Microsoft, Google, Amazon, banks, everyone. By 2020, MFA was the gold standard, the last line of defense, impenetrable. Or so we thought. In 2020, something broke. Not MFA itself, but the trust it was built on. A security researcher published a proof of concept, a technique, a way to sit between the user and the service and intercept the code. It was called Adversary-in-the-Middle, or AiTM. Nobody paid attention at first. It was theoretical, a lab exercise, academic, but attackers were listening. By 2021, attackers realized something. They didn't need to invent anything new. They just needed to automate the technique, package it, sell it. And in 2022, they did exactly that. The first mass-market phishing kits appeared, Evilginx, MuraLicker, tools designed specifically to intercept MFA. Gretzky released Evilginx2 on GitHub. Open source, easy to deploy, and quickly adopted far beyond legitimate testing. The first major victim was Uber. In September 2022, a hacker using MFA fatigue, bombarding employees with so many MFA prompts, they eventually hit approve out of frustration, broke into Uber's internal systems. The employee was tired, annoyed, and one tap cost Uber millions. But Uber was just the beginning. Disney, Microsoft, DHL, UPS, all compromised using similar techniques. And with each attack, the tools got better, stealthier, more automated, more dangerous. Then in 2023, everything accelerated. A new service appeared, Phishing as a Service, or FaaS. No coding required, no technical skill required. For a subscription fee, criminals could rent pre-built phishing systems, point and click, deploy, and harvest credentials at scale. Tycoon 2FA, scraping kits, proxy services, all on Telegram, all affordable, all accessible. Then something more terrifying happened. Artificial intelligence joined the party. In 2024 and 2025, new kits emerged, powered by AI. Inbox Prime AI, advanced phishing automation systems. For $1,000, you get a permanent license and an AI that writes your phishing emails for you. Personalized, believable, impossible to distinguish from the real thing. The AI learns, it tests, it optimizes. Every email it sends teaches it how to be more convincing. By 2025, these systems are running at scale. Not hundreds of attacks, not thousands, millions. 1 million attacks a week from Ghostframe alone. Blackforce targeting 11 major corporations. And they're evolving every single day. New versions, new evasion tactics, new AI iterations. This is no longer an attack. This is an industrial operation. With employees, with budgets, with quarterly targets. And now we've reached the present day, and attackers have found a way to intercept even the most secure systems. Our team captured it in real time, and this is how they do it.
Let's walk through how easily a trusted employee can fall victim to a sophisticated phishing attack. The journey starts with a link to what appears to be a secure document. Everything about this page is designed to look legitimate, from the branding to the security notices. After clicking to view the document, the employee is presented with a very familiar screen, the Microsoft sign-in page. To the average user, this is a routine part of their day. They enter their email, then their password, and finally, they're prompted for their 6-digit security code. But it's all a deception. The moment they hit verify, their credentials and the temporary code are sent directly to the attacker. The fake site shows a simple error message to end the interaction. The employee is left thinking there was a system issue while the attacker is already inside their account. This demonstrates that even with MFA, user vigilance is our most critical line of defense.
That's how long it takes. From the first click to a complete account takeover. No alarms, no warnings, no trace that anything is wrong. This is happening every single day to organizations that thought they were protected, to employees who thought their MFA was enough, to companies that believed they would never be the target. And yet, the techniques shown here aren't theoretical. They're not from a leaked forum. They were captured in real time, in controlled conditions, by teams who've spent years understanding how attackers operate, understanding how they evolve, how they automate, how they scale. The story of MFA bypass is not a story about technology. It's a story about adaptation, about how systems designed to protect us can become the very mechanisms that expose us.
This video is brought to you by VagaNext. Follow us on Instagram and X or visit our website.